Peace and love, Moors. Peace and love. So, right now I'm traveling on the south side of Chicago, the Rack. I'm gonna go past this hospital. It's a hospital out here in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Roseland, anybody in Chicago from Chicago, Roseland Hospital, Christ Hospital, they talk about it's people running all through the hospital and all that. I'm gonna show y'all live. There is no pandemic out. It's a plandemic that's out here. But out here on the south side, I'm gonna show y'all a hospital right now. I'm finna go past it right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm floating around somewhere in Roseland right now. You from Chicago, you know what time it is. So check this shit out. Now this is Roseland Hospital. I'm on the move. I'm gonna show y'all while I'm moving. Roseland Hospital, fam. Now when we pull up past here, you gonna see what I see. And everybody else that know. Alright, now you see that right there. Roseland Hospital. See the parking lot? Look at the parking lot. Look at the parking lot, fam. This is the front door. Roseland Hospital. Do you see anybody breaking that door down to get up in there? Look at the parking lot of the hospital. Ain't nobody running to get up in this hospital. This the entrance. Nobody's running. This is the emergency section. Do you see anybody? I see one person going in there. 2 people. I see an ambulance out there. That's it. That's all. Come on, fam. Come on, fam. Hold up. Let me sit this back down. Come on, fam. But see, media through propaganda, why have you, if you just solely stuck on watching TV, you would think that every hospital is just bursting with people that just gotta get inside the hospital. See, this is the uncomfortable conversation we need to be having and spreading it out to more people. Because if you stuck on TV and all you is a TV head and you don't do no kind of outside research, propaganda will take you over. And you really will be believing the TV like, man, every hospital got people busting all out of the hospital. There ain't enough beds up in the hospital and all that. Nah. That's all propaganda, fam. I just took y'all past 111th Hospital, Roseland Hospital, fam. So if you didn't catch it when I first showed you, all you gotta do is run the joint back, and then you will see. Ain't nobody at the hospitals like that. It's a pandemic, y'all, to get you to be under control, manipulation. And you got, if you have seen the movie Judas and the Black Messiah, you have to start being intelligent on multiple levels. You can't just be intelligent in 1 or 2 areas. Our people have to start becoming more intelligent on multiple levels simultaneously, man. You seen the movie Judas and the Black Messiah. You saw what was going down. You see the tactics that these people use. They use somebody that look like us for the dark side, just to get their agenda took care of. And their agenda is to never allow our people to realize the true history, that we are the Aboriginal descendants, Aboriginal indigenous descendants of Al Morocco. What's Al Morocco? America. The Americas, which is a continent. That's their mission. We got a mission. They got a mission. Now y'all know. Their mission is to never allow the Aboriginal indigenous peoples of the land, a Mexam, Northwestern Mexam, Southwestern Mexam, to ever realize who they are and where they came from. We can't allow that. That's how they think. That's their mission. This ain't no conspiracy where you think so-and-so just don't like you because the color of your skin. It's way bigger than that. Us Moors realizing that we are the aboriginal indigenous descendants of the land, we don't need to ask nobody for permission for our shit. This our shit. We don't need nobody. We don't got to ask nobody shit for nothing. That's why they don't want Moors to be taught that we're Moors. Because if we're taught that we're Moors, you got to get out of our land. You see? People don't want that because they're comfortable living in our lands, our dominions. Don't y'all realize that these are Moorish dominions? These are Moorish dominions. If you just do a little history, a little history, not too far, you go back to the letter that George Washington wrote the Sultan of Morocco. He wrote the Sultan of Morocco calling him my great magnanimous. Who do you know calls somebody great magnanimous? Great and magnanimous? Who gets that title? Somebody of a high status, which is the Sultan of Morocco at that time. Hold up. I don't know who you is putting this spam up here, but you're gone now. I don't know who you is, but you're gone now. Alright? That's why they can never, when I say they, I mean anybody. Anybody, you want to know who the enemies are? Make it real simple. Just like the prophets instructed Moors to make it. Simple. The enemies are anybody who go against love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. Anybody who goes against the principles of life, universal principles, universal law, the Zodiac Constitution. They go against the Constitution. Anybody that goes against any of the treaties is an enemy. That's the enemies. They don't have a particular face. They don't have a particular look. But once you start studying law and history and see how they correlate together, then you will know who the enemies are and the ones who riding for the light. The light, you got light workers and you have people that's dark workers, dark side. There is no, they look like this, they look like that. No, you have to go by their principles. What are their standards? What do they stand on? Yo, fam, whoever you is that you keep spamming my page, you blocked now again. You see, the trolls is out, and you gotta ask yourself, just think, why are so many people fighting for our people to realize that according to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15, Section 1, it states, everyone has the right to a nationality. So in Article 2, Article 15, subsection 2, it states, no one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his or her right to a nationality. You gotta use some critical thinking skills. Why is it that everybody else proclaim their nationality? The Italians, the Palestinians, the Hindustani people, the Russians, the Greeks. You feel me? Everybody else has proclaimed their nationality, but so-called black people. And anytime so-called black people, I'm finna block this fool again. Anytime so-called black people bring up anything with a nationality, it's always a problem. It's always people that's talking against it. Ask yourself critical questions. Why is it that everybody else has a nationality but so-called black people? Why is it that so-called black people don't get taught about their nationality? You got to start asking the right questions. Start asking the right questions. So I got a troll on here that every time I block them, they keep coming back trolling. You see? You got to ask yourself that. How come it's so many trolls that pop up when nationalities start getting talked about? Ask yourself the right questions. Ask other people that's supposed to be political positioned people, like the aldermans, the senators. Ask your local government. Ask your local government. Ask your alderman in your area. Write him a letter or write her a letter. Why don't you ever speak about nationality when you're ever running for office? How come nationality never is on topic as far as you speaking about that to the people? These are the conversations that we need to start having. We have to start having these conversations. Not just the, it's going to get better one day. We need to reform the police. No. How about we go by asking the right questions, like nationality is the order of the day. And since nationality is the order of the day, which links us simultaneously to the land that we're in, which is Al-Maghrib Al-Asqar, or Al-Morocco, or Al-Maghrib, or America. So since those names link us to a land, no different than if you're speaking about a Russian person. Where they from? Russia. Germans are from Germany. Brazilians are from Brazil. etc. You feel me? Peruvians are from Peruvia. Just like that. So these are the type of conversations that we need to start having. We have to start having these kind of conversations. We got to stop letting these people get passes. These people out here been getting passes way too fucking long. That shit is over with. The only way you're going to change people is to change their literature, to change the way they think. If you're not changing your literature, you still have a diet that's toxic. If you got a toxic diet, you're never going to be charged up in a positive light because you got poison inside your body. And it don't just mean the food that you eat. It can mean the shit that you watch on TV. That plays a major part in what's going on with you. The TV. It ain't just the what-you-call-it, man. It ain't just the food that you putting inside your temple, fam. It's also what you taking inside your temple as far as what are you watching? You know what I'm saying? What are you watching? What are you listening to? What kind of music do you listen to? What kind of music do you listen to? Everything matters. And this the part that they don't talk about. They don't talk about none of this. Only ones that talking like this is competent Moors. Everybody else, they talking about distractions. They talking about what this dictionary say, what that dictionary say. The first order of business is status and jurisdiction. That's the first order of business. Where you from? What's your status? That's the first order of business. You go to the treaties and they tell you that. The first order of business is where you from? Where you from? That's the first order of business. Where are you from? You know what I'm saying? That's the first order of business. Oh, let me park real quick. So when they talking about Black's Law Dictionary, they talking about Bouvier's dictionary, you can speak about any law dictionary. The first order of business is, what is your political status? That's the first order of business. Make it simple. This shit ain't complex. It's really simple. The first issue in law is status, jurisdiction. What is your name? Where are you from? If you ask a Chinese person, Japanese person, Korean person, a Filipino person, they're gonna, soon as they tell you their name, that's gonna link them to a land. The land is where they're from. I asked a so-called black person this: where are you from? Because it ain't no such thing as an Africa America. There ain't no such thing as a black land. There ain't no such thing as a color land. There ain't no such thing as a we shall overcome. There ain't no such thing as an American Indian land. Ain't no such thing as that. So let's get realistic. Make it simple. If that is not a geographic measured place on planet Gaia, what is your argument? What is your argument? What is your point? You can't, because if you can't get past the fact of you are speaking from a standpoint that already doesn't have a solid foundation, because your foundation is fucking wrong. You're not coming from a place of you have facts and you have truth behind your stance. If you want to keep banging against a vibranium wall, you're not going to get through that. And so-called black people, Islam, and so-called black people, what we saying is this. What we saying as Moors, we saying this to so-called black people. Because we are all the same people. It's just a difference in intelligence as far as status and jurisdiction and nationality. That's why you don't knock your brother. You don't knock your sister. It's not about knocking each other. It's about building, uplifting. How do you uplift somebody that's dead? How? You teach them to be themselves. Just like the Prophet Noble Drew Ali instructed. Noble Drew Ali didn't say nothing about remixing it to make somebody feel good. He didn't say that. He said you meet people with degrees of knowledge, literature. You have to hit them with the literature. I ain't got my books on me right now, but it's off the top of the dome though. It all goes gonna coincide with truth and law. That's what we got to come into. All them beliefs and how you feel, that's irrelevant. How I personally feel about something is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It don't matter what the fuck I personally feel as far as a landmass. I could feel like since somebody over there in Greenland, that I could feel like they're not part of North America. I can have that personal affliction if I felt like it, but I don't, because you have to come back to common sense, logistical thinking, critical thinking. Greenland is in North America. Canada is in North America. Mexico is in North America. See how it's a common theme? It's a common theme, G. It's a common theme. So how people personally feel about subjects is irrelevant. What is the common denominator? The common denominator is law. Law governs all events. It don't matter how I personally feel. It don't matter how you personally feel. It's irrelevant. You feel me? On God, it does not matter how I Cush Day personally feel about something. Don't matter how you personally feel about something. That ain't what it's about. It's about love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Free national standards and principles. That's what it's about. And if it don't make sense, if it don't line up with the Zodiac Constitution, the treaties around the globe, Treaty of Peace and Friendship, Treaty of Tripoli, Treaty of Algiers, the Treaty of Guadalupe, if it don't match up to this law, then it's an opinion. It's nothing wrong with you or me having an opinion about things. But when you want to talk about solutions to get stuff done, you got to sit down and you got to go by the rules, the laws. That's it. Without that, you talking nonsense. Case in point. They will fight gravity. Look at this right here. I forgot. I always keep something on me though. I always keep something on me. So it don't matter what I personally feel. Let's say this right here. Say this right here. It don't matter what I personally feel about police. Police are not, they don't have a treaty that would tell them to do business like they're doing on the land, because they don't have a title of nobility, because they're not citizens here. Big facts. It don't matter. This, you know what we could do? Let's keep it right here. It don't matter if a hybrid Albion European tells you or me that they're American. All you have to do is go to the definition, the etymology, origin definition of an American. You will see that hybrid Albion Europeans can never be Americans. They can never be Americans. They can be subjects in America, but they can never be Americans. They can never be Americans. That's the thing. They can believe that they was born in America and they got rights and all. No, you don't. No, you don't. But you know what's happening right now? Moors are waking up about nationality. Moors are waking up everywhere, popping up like popcorn about what's going on. That's what they don't want, Moors. They don't want us to wake up to the fact that we are the Aboriginal indigenous descendants. Huh? We are. We are. They not. That's why they never bring up citizenship. They always keep that shit on the hush, hush, hush. They never bring up Article 3, Section 1 or 2. Diversity of citizenship. They always try to slide around that issue. You feel me, Moors? They always try to slide around that issue of where you from? Where you from? What's your nationality? Because you're a European. You're a hybrid. That means you're not American, which also means you don't have a say-so over that will trump what I got to say so over. Period. Whether you was born here or not, that does not make you an American. You ain't American. If two Mexicans, let me give them something. If two Mexicans went to, let's say hypothetically, they flew over there to Japan. They just took a trip. Islam, or they flew over there to Japan. They wanted to take a trip. Fuck it. They flew over there to Japan. Two Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? Mother and father. The mother was pregnant whole time she was pregnant. She get over there and all of a sudden her water break. She has a baby in Japan. Now you can see where I'm going. Now the child that the mother and father had, would the child be? Huh? Would the child be Japanese? Asian? Would the child be Asian? Let's say Asian. Would the child be Asian or would the child be Mexican? Think about it. Think about it. Of course, the child will be Mexican. A Mexican Moor, because of the fact that the child's bloodline is in the Americas. Let me bring more on real quick. Try to come in and cause confusion. Cause confusion. Any one of y'all that's a naysayer out there, I want you to go to an etymon dictionary. Order you an etymon dictionary. Etymology. Go get you an etymology dictionary. Any one of you naysayers that's out there. This is how you crush the whole argument. Peace, peace. This is how you crush the whole argument. We ain't got to debate because truth is not debatable. If something is either truth or it's falsehood, is it not? So we talking about truth or falsehood. The Lady of Justice does not wear sunglasses on. She has on a blindfold, fam. So that means she can't see it all. We talking about the Lady of Justice. Peace, Ty. The Lady of Justice don't got sunglasses on, G. She got on a whole blindfold. She down here like this. She can't see nothing. She got a whole blindfold on. That means she can't see the complexion of your skin. So if the lady of justice is like this, the lady of justice is like this, she cannot see. That means, can she tell by your skin tone who you are? No. Think about it, man. Think about it. So if the lady of justice wears a blindfold, how come these attorneys and everybody else that say they're black educator, they say they're black educated, they have black excellence, how come they somehow just skip that part about the lady of justice wears a blindfold? That means justice is blind. So since justice is blind, why the fuck do y'all keep talking about color for? Oh, that must be an ulterior motive then. That's why you can't play with them. You can't play with them. Y'all know more. They won't let me bring you on here. For the record, on the record, and let the record show, the lady of justice wears a blindfold like this. Completely blind. If you tie this on your head, that means you cannot see. This is the lady of justice eyesight. So since the lady of justice, for the record, cannot see what the fuck complexion your skin is, she's gonna go by the truth or the falsehood. Truth, falsehood, and you notice that she got a sword and she got a scale. Pick up a one note. You got a one note in your pocket, then you can see what it is. If you got a one note in your pocket, wait a minute. Hold up. Because I ain't got time. I ain't got time, G. I ain't got time. Look at this right here. Because I ain't got time. Look at this shit right here. Let me turn it around. You see this right here? Now, we handle this paper every day. Every day we handle this paper. Know what I mean? Every day. This is a Federal Reserve note. Let me show you the significance that these attorneys and these so-called black activists somehow seem to skip. And it's deliberate. We know it's deliberate. What's that right there? Can you see that right there? Can you see that? You see them scales right there? Right there. Look real close. Let me zoom in, because IG want to tweak now. Now they want to tweak. Okay, there you go. If you look right there, it's a key there, right here. It's a key, and there's a scale right there. It's a key there and a scale there. And right here, y'all know what that is. But do you really know? Do you really know that they spitting in Moore's faces by saying that our mentals have been taken off of our bodies? So we're basically walking around here as headless people. Headless people. Ain't that some shit? You're really walking around here as a headless person, because your political cap has been removed. Linguistically, politically, socially, economically, socially, peace more, economically, socially, politically, financially, linguistically. This ain't no hypothetical. This is real life shit. That's what's going on. So put all this together, put it in the pot like good gumbo, and then start stirring it all around and really start thinking about how this other bullshit has been tasting. Because they want our people to keep eating, just beasting on food that's killing us. Not only is the physical food killing us, the music food, it ain't even food, it's fast food. That shit killing us. The physical food that you putting inside your body is killing you. If it's not something that has a seed, if it didn't come from a seed, it's killing you slowly. Silent weapons for quiet wars. Instead of me just dumping on you with something like that, I ain't gotta do that no more, because that's too bloody. You know what I could do? I could hit you with an information bullet. Go straight to your head. That's gonna affect you not only mentally, it's gonna traumatize you mentally, it's gonna traumatize you psychologically, it's gonna traumatize you physically, it's gonna traumatize you economically, it's gonna traumatize you socially and politically. That's what they playing out here. They playing a traumatization game. They playing a genocide game. That's what they out here playing. They play dirty. So it's not even a such thing. Cause I was listening to Canaanland Moors. Shout out to Canaanland Moors. And shout out to Mizraim, the Moor that's out there. Yes, sir. Big up the bro. Because I seen some, and I heard some of the build that they was doing, and it was right and it was exact. You know what I'm saying? Islam. It was right and it was exact. Basically, what I got from what bro was saying, Moore was saying, was the fact that, and you can check it out on Canaanland Moors on YouTube. Canaanland Moors on YouTube. My brother Grand Sheik Cujo L. Anyway, what it was saying, to what I got, to wrap it up real brief, was the fact that it's not a thing that so much Moors go to these different auction tribunals and lose, because we're set up from the dough. We set up from the dough to lose in there. It's already a fraud ab initio. It's already a fraud ab initio. You do have Moors like my brother Jamal and other Moors that have gone to these courts and won in there. You do have that. Facts. You do have that. But we got to get it into our mind that the whole system, as far as the system, quote unquote, is a de facto operation from its beginning, ab initio, since 1861 to 1871. And so on to today. The whole system is a fucking fraud. It's not natural. It's not jurisprudence. It's not corpus juris secundum. It's not de jure government. It's de facto government, which is a democracy. Why do you think the word democracy ain't mentioned one time in the Constitution? One time in the Treaty of Peace and Friendship? One time in the Articles of Confederation? One time in anything as far as the preamble? You feel me? Because a democracy is not for the people. It's against the people. It means this right here. Say wherever you work at. Wherever you work at. Democracy versus a republic. Wherever you work at. Let's say everybody up in there say, hey, you know what? Let's order some food. And they say, you know, everybody gonna put on so we could get a pizza. Everybody in here gotta put on. This is a democracy. Everybody up in here gotta get on, put on, so we can get this pizza. That's a democracy. Because they're gonna say, y'all outnumber us, outnumber me, so I gotta go what y'all want me to eat. A republic is for the people. That means each and every one of us have a say-so. So if I don't want no goddamn pizza, no pork sausage pizza that y'all finna eat, I don't have to. Because that will go against my human rights. I ain't gotta eat what you gonna eat. I don't gotta put in what the fuck you finna eat. I'm finna eat what the fuck I want to eat. That's the difference between a democracy and a republic form of government. That's the difference. As an individual, that's the difference. You cannot force me to assemble with what you want me to do. I don't gotta be forced to assemble on what you want me to do. Because I'm my own individual, national. I don't have to do what you want me to do. I have the right to self-determination, which is an unalienable right granted to us by the prime creator. Huh? This is why they have people like Judas and all these other motherfucking sellouts that keep talking about, you know, well, I just seen some bullshit from this dude, Raspy Rawls or some shit like that. You talking about Black's Law's dictionary. How come you didn't look up in Black's Law's dictionary, Bouvier's dictionary, Ballantyne's dictionary, Blackstone's Law dictionary? We could keep going on and on and on. How come you're never looking up in the section where it says nationality? Huh? Nationality. Y'all somehow keep avoiding the main sections that will tie. You avoid nationality. You avoid status. You avoid jurisdiction. Until y'all can present some kind of conversation that's going to completely blow off what we're talking about with facts and logistics, then how about you shut the fuck up? Because what you talking about is traitorous. It's treacherous. It's traitorous and it's treacherous. Real shit. It's traitorous and it's treacherous. You never bring up nationality. You never bring up status or jurisdiction. You never bring that up. You never bring that up. Y'all are right. They always skipping the parts around like somebody, like a pastor. The pastor, they never read you the meat and potatoes of the sections. They always get bits and pieces off. How about ye are all gods? Ye are all gods. And Noble Jew has oral statements where he's saying the things I do, you can do. And do greater. Noble Jew Ali said, things I do, you too can do. And greater. So, all of the holy prophets was saying the same things. So how come you have modern men and women who are completely contradicting what the prophets, all of them, have said? Soon as you hear traitorous, treacherous talk like that from them, not bringing up nationality, not bringing up status, not bringing up treaties, not bringing up nothing that got to do with law and people as a republic, then you know they on that Judas shit. You know they on that Judas shit. You know they on that Judas shit. Irish people come from Ireland. Scandinavians come from Scandinavia. Palestinians come from Palestine. Koreans come from Korea. Where the fuck do African Americans come from? Where you come from? Peace, more. Where is Africa America on a map? Where you come from, Sway? Where you come from, Sway? Where you come from? They can't get past that. Basic geography. You don't have a landmass. This ain't India. So why the fuck you keep talking about this is India? Oh, I get it. Oh, you a traitor. You a traitor. You a traitor. You a traitor. Because the language that you talking tells it all. There is no landmass in the Americas called India. So since this ain't India, this is the Americas, that will make us our Moroccans. Moors, our Moroccans, America. And newsflash, people that speak Hindu Hindu, they're Hindustani. They don't call themselves Indians. Big facts. Exactly. Exactly. Northwest and Southwest, a Mexum. A Mexum. A Mexum. So when you have a Mexican, that means mixed. Huh? So what you saying, Sway? What you saying, Sway? Don't get your feelings hurt because shit is uncomfortable, but it's real. It's an uncomfortable conversation that's real. We got to get real. Realism. You got to start speaking with realism. Not all that, well, you know, I didn't really want, you know, they saying black, so I'm just going to meet them where they at. Fuck that. Ain't no more giving nobody no passes on meeting them where they're at. If they say they know better. Nah, negative. If you say you know better, then you got to do better. If you say you educated, you say that you're educated, you say that you have studied all this and you study all that, then you got to speak educated. You know what I'm saying? On God, fuck being comfortable. If you comfortable, how you ever gonna grow? Do you really think in the animal kingdom, because nature's law, nature's God. That's why I love more science. I fucks with more science because it's all relative. It relates to everything. This is why I fucks with it. Real shit. This is why Cush they fuck with more science, because it relates to everything and everything relates to it. In nature, the animal kingdom, peace, Cujo. Peace and love to all the Moors that's out there banging. North, west, south, east coast, shout out to y'all that you still out there banging. So when you talking about nature, do you think animals in nature, do you think they have the luxury of being comfortable, not keeping their head on a fucking swivel? Do you think nature will allow a gazelle or any other piece of prey to just walk around willy-nilly out there when you got full-grown lions out there? You got wolves out there. Peace, Novocaine. Do you think, Gold, what up? Islam, or do you think nature would allow a gazelle or a deer to be out there in the wild and act like everything willy-nilly? I'm just willy-nilly. I'm an airhead right now. You know what the fuck gonna happen? Nature is gonna have a consequence for that wandering little deer, because it roamed off. Or like, you ever seen like a baby elephant roam off and left the herd? What happens? You got predators that are out there preying on the prey. So when you walking around all out here willy-nilly and you not thinking about, hey man, I need to really get grounded. I'm on the land and I don't know the laws of the land that I'm living on. You are going to be out here like that deer, or you are going to be out here like that gazelle that's walking all around. You know, they ain't really seeing a predator right now. They just out here walking around, you know, in their car. You know, you moving around because you don't know the laws of the land. You think you straight because a predator ain't got you yet. You ain't get bit yet. See, you ain't get your ass bit yet. So you just out here, just like that gazelle, just like that deer. Just because your ass ain't get a chunk took out you, don't mean it ain't finna happen. You see, that's what I meant about being uncomfortable. You got to be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? You got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Real shit. Our people got to start being comfortable being uncomfortable. Real shit. Real shit. Ain't no gazelle out there in the safari land comfortable, fam. You got lions, you got leopards, you got tigers, you got cheetahs out there. You think them zebras, why you think them zebras be in herds like that? It be thousands of them because it's strength in numbers. So them zebras that be out there in the wild, that's why they out there in the wild congregating like that. Because if they was out there willy-nilly by themselves, man, they'd be food already. They would have already been food already. That's why in nature, you have to study nature. Because you could tell who about to get their ass smoked, who about to get their ass ate, because they ain't got their head on a fucking swivel. They ain't grounded in that law. Because if they knew law, like they know how to put a bet down for a basketball, football game, or you knew what the latest trend was in fashion, you knew the latest dance that's outside, and I'm not shitting on none of that. I'm just saying, if you out here in the wild, this is the wild right now, G. This is the wild. We call this out here in Chicago the Wild Hundreds. But you still can relate wherever territory that your ass is in right now. It's wild outside. You in the jungle outside, fam. Exactly. You gotta be aware. You gotta be aware out here. You gotta have your fucking head on the swivel at all times. No different than you in the boxing ring. You in the kickboxing ring? You in the Muay Thai ring? Huh? You in the mixed martial arts ring, arena, MMA? If you fuck with the MMA and you fuck with kickboxing, you fuck with regular boxing, you know what I'm saying? Muay Thai, you fuck with all them mixed martial arts, you know what I mean? Judo, Aikido and all that, then you know what I'm talking about right now. You know what I'm talking about. What does that person, the intermediate person, the referee say? He says, whether it's in a different language or not, he says, or she says, protect yourself at all times. Huh? Whether that's said in Mandarin, Moorish Latin, Korean, whether that's said in Thai, whether that's said in Pig's Latin, English, whether it's said in Hungarian, you get the fucking point. You in a fight. You in a fight. I'm in a fight. You cannot afford to not protect yourself. That means the fight is on. Just because you ain't got your ass hit yet, don't mean you ain't in the fight, fam. You in the fight when you come outside. When you inside the crib and you outside the crib. You in a spiritual warfare, fam. Yeah, you in a spiritual warfare. You in a spiritual warfare. You in a political warfare. You in a physical warfare. You at war, fam. You at war all the time with yourself. With your higher self and your lower self all battling at the same time. You in at war already with yourself. Case in point, with yourself, somebody might cut you off while you traveling down the road. Damn near cause an accident. Nah, the battle is, do I really feel like getting on that shit right now? You know what I'm saying? Do I really feel like getting out, beating the shit out this person right now? You know what I'm saying? Do you really? That's your lower self. That's your lower self right there. Like, man, you know what? I could get out here and, you know what I'm saying? That's that battle. That's that battle, G. Real shit. That's that battle when you like, you know what? This motherfucker damn near caused an accident. Damn near caused an accident. On some goof ass shit. You catch him at the light. You like, man, you know what? Then you gotta pull it in like your higher self will talk to you like, you know what? That motherfucker ain't even worth it. Think about what you got going on. This your higher self talking to you. Your higher self will be like, you know what? That motherfucker ain't even worth it. Look at them. Or look at them. They on their phone. They already lost. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know what the fuck they doing. You know what I'm saying? That's a difference. That's a battle. In itself is a battle. Forget about battling somebody on the street. You battling yourself. Shit. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? But I just had to, you know what I'm saying, pop on this lie though, man. You know what I'm saying? I got love for y'all, man. Real shit. I got love for y'all. I got love for all the Moors that's out there banging. All the Moors that's out there standing on it. All the Moors that's out there speaking it. All the Moors that's out there enforcing this law. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Our self-law and master. Islam.